All right, so now I'm going to do question 12, 13, and 14, and then you're going to do 15, 16, and 17. All right, so suppose a scientist is measuring a bacterial population. The initial population, so what does my initial mean? That's A, is represented by BO, and has been doubling every hour. So what does double mean? If I double something, if I have $5 and I double it, how much do I have? $10. If I have $10 and I double it, how much do I have? $20. If I have $20 and I double it, how much do I have? $40. So what does double mean? Double means that I'm multiplying by 2, so times 2. All right, create an equation to represent the scenario P of t. So you have to use the variables they give you. So they tell me P of t, and they give me my initial is BO, and now it's doubling. So there's my B. So now I can write my entire equation. So I'm using PT, so I'm going to say P of t is going to be my initial, which is called B of O. All right, parentheses, because this is again y equals a b x. So my a is b of o, b is how it's growing, and how is it growing? It's multiplying by 2. And then x is, they don't give me what x is, but because they say it's a function of t, instead of x being x, it's going to be t for time. All right, there's my equation. Suppose the initial population was 100. After how many hours would the population be 3,200? Now, in all of this work, you have to show me how you know. Don't just write an answer. I got to know how you know. So let's write this out. So they're telling me that my initial B of O is 100. So this is going to be 100 parentheses 2. And they're asking after how many hours. So I don't know how many hours that is. Is the population going to be 3,200? Okay. How do I figure that out? Well, we're going to start it by putting the equation into the calculator. And again, these steps, in case you forget, are on the very next pages. It says input the coordinates into Desmos. This time I don't have coordinates. I have an equation, so I can just type the equation in, which is what I'm going to do. But remember, it doesn't like T and B of O. Okay, so you have to use what it likes. So this is 100 parentheses 2 raised to, I don't know what it's going to be. And then all I have to do is make the equation a table by clicking gear. So let's go ahead and do that. So make it a table by clicking gear. Now it's a table, and they're asking me, right, what will x be when the population is 3,200? So right now at x is 2, population is 400. So I just need to keep going. So I'm just going to keep going until I get really close to, boom, there's 3,200 right there, and it's going to be 5. So at 5 hours, all right, the population is 3,200. So this is going to be 5 hours. Now, for you to get credit, I do need you to have this equation written right here. That way I know what you typed into the calculator. So you're typing it into the calculator and then hitting table. You just, because you don't know what x is, you're putting it as unknown. But I need to know what you're typing in. So please make sure you write the equation when you're doing your question. All right, number 14, what is the population after 7 hours? Well, that's easy. So here's x. I'm going to hit 7 hours. What's that population at 7 hours? 12,800. Now, again, you don't get credit without the equation. So I need to understand that you know what that means. So it's 100 is my initial. It grows by multiplying by 2, and they want the number of hours to equal 7. That's my equation. You have to have that for you to have credit. And what is the population after 7 hours again? 12,800. Okay, so please make sure that you're writing the equation that you're putting into Desmos so I can see what you're doing. Let's practice.